What's up? What's up? What's up? Happy Sunday to everybody. Oh, my last day before we go back to school. It seems like it was just yesterday that I was celebrating being out of school for the summer. I feel like the summer went by really, really, really fast. But anyway, hey everybody. I hope everybody is doing well. Happy Sunday to you guys. Um, let's get into the getting to the Ooh, this computer gets on my nerves and moves so slow. All right, let me say hi to the people as you guys come in. Hey, Nikki, Layla, Lemon Kush. Hey, Mr. Willie Brown, Corey, Baby Blue Prada Shoes. What's up, my love? Hey, C Golden, Cool Gamer, Lady D, Mia. What's going on? Miss Bynum, Layla, Mama Mina. How you doing? Angela, Tasha. Hey, everybody, as you guys are coming in, a special shout out to my members that are lit up in green. Yes, the summer flew by. It's getting darker earlier. It absolutely is. When I was in the pool the other day, I was like, wait a minute. It's getting dark already? Yeah, it definitely is. It definitely is. Let me share this out. Okay, so oh shoot, yeah. So last week you guys were asking me, or yeah, it was last week. You guys were asking me about my back to school wish list, and I meant to do it. I actually meant to do it and post it yesterday before I left. But um I didn't do it until today. I posted it on my community wall and I also posted it in the chat. Again, you guys asked, and I appreciate each and every time you guys do anything for me. This is something I've been doing for like the last maybe, if you're new here, this is something I've been doing for like the last 3 or 4 years for back to school. Um, for those of you who are not in education, you may or may not know that probably 90% of what teachers use in their classroom, they pay for. If you have kids in like elementary school, I'm sure you guys have gotten things on your back to school list like hand wipes and hand sanitizer and toilet paper or paper towels or well, not toilet paper, reams of paper, things like that. And honestly, it's because we really come out of our pocket a lot to buy supplies, and we can't even write half of it off on our taxes. I think there's like I think it's a $350 cap. I don't remember what it is now, but I know the cap. I spend that before October, whatever the cap is. So, again, if you would like to contribute, most of what's on my list this year are things that I need to decorate my classroom because I really have been over, my stuff has taken a beating over the last couple of years with just wear and tear, um, and that kind of stuff. But yeah, if you want to donate, again, I appreciate it. If not, I understand that as well. You guys got your own kids to get back to school, or you just may not want to do it, and it's okay. Oh, Symmetry, thank you so much. She said reviewing your list now. Thank you, my love. I appreciate you. What'd you say, Blue Prada? You said you go back on the 7th. I go back on the 7th, New York City, when the kids go back to school. Okay, all right. So the kids don't go back until after Labor Day. Yeah, we've done back and forth. Like when I was a kid, we didn't go back till Labor Day. Then they moved it. Then they moved it back. Now they moved it to before Labor Day again, child. Yep, teachers stay begging all year. We do. My sister, my nephew is going into first grade, and my sister called me with the list, and I said, listen, because she was like, why do they need this and why do they need that? And I was like, listen, let me explain to you why they need all of those things that they're asking for. What's up, Morgan? I know. Listen, I don't. YouTube does what YouTube does. I thank you guys that get the notification, but see, that's why the like button is important. You hear a lot of YouTubers asking for the like, asking you guys to hit the like button. Even though if you hit the thumbs down button, it still gives me engagement as far as the algorithm is concerned. But the thumbs up button sends out a message to other people to say, hey, we got something going on over here. We're having a good time over here. Come on over here. And it pushes me up in the algorithm, and more notifications go out. That is my understanding. So when you guys hear YouTubers asking for like buttons, it's not because we want, validation that you like us. It really does help. Hey, Mr. Willie Brown. How you doing? When I was in school, going back to school in September was never a thing. Really? Yeah, we all like when I was a kid, we went back after Labor Day. I think until high school. I feel like in high school, I don't even remember. I'll be honest with you. I don't remember. Because I guess I just feel like whatever time I go back was when I went back. Like, I don't know. I don't know. Anyway, so yes, I do not think we'll be doing a live Real Housewives of Atlanta tonight. And main reason being, I'm like the kids. I got to make myself go to bed tonight. And even though, the show comes on at 8, I usually do my lives around 9. I'm done by 10. I think I'm just going to do the pre-recorded. And then I'll just come back live next week once I get my body and myself acclimated back to being live. If it's something worth talking about, I may do a live tomorrow when I get home from work. So if you don't see the pre-record tonight, then I'll try to do the pre-record tomorrow before the Whether You Like It or Not panel. But honestly, I feel like I'm just going to just do it. You know what I'm saying? I may be ignorant, but I don't understand why teachers have to come out of pocket. Why don't schools supply stuff for you all to do your jobs? Not fair. That's not ignorant, Pam. A lot of people don't understand and they don't realize. So here's the thing. Schools do have supplies. I'm not going to sit here. I can't speak for every single school in the United States, but on a general statement, schools do have supplies. Here's the problem, though. It's not enough supplies to last the whole school year. Generally speaking, and again, this is a general statement. I have worked at schools that have more than enough supplies, and I have worked at schools where if you ask for a pack of paper, you might as well sign over your firstborn child, right? When I worked at the school that had more than enough supplies, it was donated by the PTA. That was when I worked at a pretty affluent school, and the PTA was very active and they supplied a lot of things. So here's the thing. This is a general breakdown, you guys. Please, I know that every school system is different. Every school is different, but this is a general breakdown. When principals put their budgets together, it is a line item situation, and they have to allot a certain amount of money for supplies, right? Most of the time, let's say they allotted, I don't know, I'm just throwing a ballpark out there, you guys. Let's say they allotted $10,000 for supplies. That might be low. I'm just throwing out a ballpark figure. They buy that $10,000 worth of supplies, and those supplies have to last the whole year. Why? Because it was a line item on their budget, unless they get some sort of discretionary funds or donations. So when I go to work tomorrow, are there going to be certain things available to me? Yeah, I'll be able to get pens. I'll be able to get paper, limited. They'll give me, construction paper to do my bulletin boards and border. Yeah, I'll have that kind of stuff, right? But if I want posters for my classroom, if I want colorful, especially on the elementary school level where they're so creative with their bulletin boards and their door decorations and things like that, all of that comes out of my pocket. All that comes out of my pocket. If I want to buy resources, let's just say, and I had something for y'all too, and I meant to say it yesterday and I forgot. Hold on. Let me put it on my list so I don't forget. Hold on. Okay. 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 So, no. I know y'all not beating up on me. I know it's not. I know it's not me. I'm not mad. Because I agree. Like, teachers shouldn't have to ask for supplies. I've said that before. There is no other job. There is no other job. I mean, I shouldn't say in the world, but I'm gonna say generally speaking, there is no other job where you're expected to bring your own supplies to work. Like, you work at the bank, you can get a pen. You know what I mean? You can get paper, you can make supply. Like, I have worked in corporate situations. I have worked in offices where, I mean, there's nothing to go into the supply closet and get a pen, a pad of paper. Hey, Dr. Soapy, what's up, my love? It's not a thing. So no. I don't, y'all are good. And I don't have any problem answering your questions. You know what I'm saying? And again, it's school by school. So every school isn't the same, but I have, in my lifetime, I've worked at probably about 5 or 6 schools. And to be perfectly honest with you, I have yet to meet a teacher that has never had to come out of pocket. I've yet to meet a teacher that has never had to come out of pocket. I mean, even something as simple as markers, whiteboard markers, Sharpies. Yeah, you know. And again, they buy the essentials. If you want something cute and frilly, you know what I'm saying? Um, there's a cap, Ray. I can write it off on my taxes up to, again, I think the cap is $350. And like I said, I probably spent $350 on school supplies before October. Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Sophie, for the super chat, my love. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. What's up, Jonathan? Hey, boo. Yeah, my child is not in school yet, so I'm learning all of this. Oh, baby, when you get that first back to school list, and let me say this, you guys, I love that y'all love on me. Y'all know I appreciate all the love that y'all give me. But let me say this to you guys: if you don't have kids in school, or if your kids are older and they're in college or they've moved on, go to your neighborhood school, adopt a classroom, reach out to a teacher, or even if your kids had a favorite teacher and you're like, you know what, I really like that teacher, they were really good with my child. Reach out to them, email them, and say, hey, you need anything? Again, within reason. I'm not asking y'all to go out and spend millions of dollars or anything like that. I know there are organizations that I'm a part of that we have adopted schools, and we take their wish list, and we do what we can within reason. Excuse me, to help them out. So you would think that stuff is taken care of, but baby, looking at the dang list now. Okay. I have 5 aunts and 2 uncles who are teachers. Yeah, and glue sticks. Why do they need glue sticks? To glue. To glue. So I'm the kind of teacher, even though it's high school, we do a lot of hand, because I'm a visual learner. So we do a lot of hands-on, tactile things, visual things. So glue sticks, we do things that require glue. What's up, King Retro? What's up? What's up? Your dad was a teacher. Yeah, so they asked for 20 per kid. Let me tell you something. See, Golden, let me be honest with you. Wait a minute. Face, what's up, boo? Not the $49.99. Thank you, boo. Listen, did you see my message? I didn't. I sent a request to get put back in the group. I'm not in the football group. Look at the WhatsApp. Look at the WhatsApp. Face coming through. Thank you, boo. But I sent a request to the WhatsApp. Somehow I got kicked out of the football group, boo. I don't know how that happened. And I got something to send you, Face. I got something to send you. So I had to talk to Face. But thank you, sweetheart, for the super chat. Thank you so much. Tell the PO, appreciate y'all. But yeah, so that's enough of that, y'all. But I appreciate everything, all the love that y'all show me. Sometimes y'all just knowing that y'all got my back, y'all praying for me, child, is enough. Cause baby, whoo, baby, okay. Hold on, y'all. Let me check one more thing before I give y'all this information that I need to give y'all. Uh-oh. Okay. Hold on. Give me a second, y'all. Okay. Okay. I'm sorry, y'all. My bad. I was just checking something. School's starting back and I ain't ready. Me either. My husband has a football pool, one in. Yeah, send me the information. Yeah, send me. You sent me the invite, and when I try, I sent a request because it said I'm not in the group anymore. So I sent a recruit. Blah, 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 blah. I know the FanDuel group. I'm talking about the WhatsApp group. The WhatsApp group. For some reason, I'm not in the WhatsApp group. But send it all to me again. My IEP caseload is a killer this year. My kids got everything. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that cake. That listen, they wanted me to get my special ed certification. I said no, ma'am, no, ma'am, no, sir, no, ma'am. All right, so let's get into these things. First of all, we want to continue to keep. You need my email. It is ReallyBthePodcast@gmail.com. We want to continue to send a prayer to Hawaii, specifically Maui, where they are still figuring these things out. They still have bodies that they haven't been able to identify. They're still going through all of the um, carnage and trying to get as clearly um, behind the scenes was different for my husband versus me. He thinks I'm joking about it. I don't know what you're talking about, Morgan. Hold on, let me scroll back up. Oh, that's good, Jonathan. The church fed the teachers breakfast on Friday and donated school spot. That was nice. Do you have your students get binders and tab? No, not anymore. I used to, not anymore. A lot of stuff I don't do that I used to do. Um, and we want to definitely send a prayer and keep California in our prayers. They literally just had a earthquake in the middle of this storm that they're getting for the first time in Lord knows how many years, right? For back to school. Okay. He thinks I'm joking. Oh, about back to school. Oh, back to school was different for my husband versus me. He thinks I'm joking about it. Child, nah, it ain't no jokes, honey. That back to school ain't no joke, honey. No joke. Well, thank you, Symmetry. Majority of my closest friends are educated. I always say that teachers are the living angels have on earth. This is for your wish list. Here's a productive school year. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. I'm glad you caught me live too. Ray, you're in LA. Y'all please. And you keep us posted. Again, keep me posted if there's things where people need support or need things. Please let me know. Thank you so much. Y'all loving on me today. Look at this back to school love. Thank y'all so much. Thank y'all so much. All right. Um, where do I even start with all of this situation and stuff is going on? All right, so Elon Musk said he getting rid of the block button. Listen, I thought we was done with Twitter, or I'm sorry, X. Lexi, we are keeping you in prayer as well. Lexi said the storm is the biggest in 83 years out here in the Southwest region. Yes, we are definitely keeping all of you guys in prayer. And again, you let us know if there's anything y'all need. You know, that kind of stuff. Just let us know if there's anything we can do on our end. Can we block him? Child, we glad these kids back in school. Can we block? Right. Can we block Elon Musk? I thought we was going over the threads. Are we going over the threads? Oh, thank you, Dr. Sophie. He said teachers are a blessing. Yes. Thank you. Child. Yes, we are. Yes, we are. Okay. Elon can get rid of the block button without removing the app from the app. Wait a minute. Without removing the app from the app store, it's a literal mandate. Wait a minute. Elon cannot get rid of the block button without removing the app from the app store. It's the literal mandate. I'm going to be honest with you guys and tell you, I told y'all this before, and I'm going to continue to say this. I think that he is purposely trying to tank Twitter because I don't think he was ever serious about buying Twitter. And I think he is in over his head and he's trying to make it a loss and then he can write the loss off. That is my opinion. I mean, I'm no guru when it comes to, business and how all of that works. But I honestly feel like if Twitter fails, he can write it off as a loss on his taxes. I do not think that he ever really intended to really own Twitter. No, Jay Fuller. No, I'm sorry. I don't listen. I no, I don't. Mm-mm. You think he's sabotaging it for the elections? I just think that because everything that he's doing to me, he's not stupid, right? Well, I don't want to say that because I do question his intelligence on some level, but it doesn't take a rocket scientist to know that Twitter's known by that little blue bird. It is identifiable across the world. It has been a staple. You had to know by changing it to a X that is so unidentifiable that I mean, like those are the things that are that's like business branding 101. Branding 101, getting rid of the verification, make it so people can buy a verification check. Like these are things that you know that you're doing that I feel like you are purposely trying to tank it. You know what I'm saying? Not teachers or angels because I only like the kids I gave birth to. I'm not doing this with you, Ebony. I'm not doing. Stephanie Jones, I agree. I think teachers should be millionaires. They're the ones who teach these people what they know. I agree. I agree with y'all 100%. Yeah, I don't know, y'all. I just think that, and that's why I don't take anything that he's doing seriously because remember he tried to back out of the deal. And Twitter, the people who at the time, the owners of Twitter, they sued him. They were like, "Oh no, you made a deal. Like you're not backing out of this." And I don't think he really meant it. I think his he let his mouth get him in trouble, and now I think he's trying to take it so that it's losing money, and then he can write it off on his taxes. Remember, he put up Tesla stock to buy Twitter. He didn't have the money like in liquid. He put up stock. So, and he changed it to a copyrighted image. See, that's what I'm saying. Like, I was looking for my Twitter app last week and I couldn't find it. I didn't know that had changed the app color. Right. And when I was doing because I have my phone set that it doesn't automatically update. I have to manually update stuff, the apps and stuff when I want to. And when I was going through it, because I was trying to update TikTok, it keeps saying I need to update TikTok in order to do certain TikToks. And it's no update in there. So I don't know what TikToks. I don't know what I need to update in order because it ain't no updates in there for TikTok. But anyway, and I saw that X and I was like, I don't have an app that looks like that. And then I realized, oh, that is the Twitter app. So I haven't updated Twitter on my phone yet. First of all, I barely use Twitter. So it ain't even that serious for me. I did get on Threads, but I probably have only sent out maybe 2 threads. I mean, I was never that big on Twitter for me to be that big on Threads, So, but I just feel like that's what he's doing. We need more teachers like you, especially our color, that can help these children understand and know real life. So here's the thing, Jay Fuller, about me getting my special ed certification. I don't want to teach special ed. And I don't mean to be mean about that. I have no problem with inclusion, but I don't want to be a special ed teacher. And once you get that certification, because there's such a shortage of special ed teachers, they would pull me. Like, I already know in my school, they didn't already talk to me about it. They would literally pull me and make me special ed. And I don't want to be a special ed teacher. So that's why I haven't gotten my certification. That's not what I want to do. So, that's why. Hey, Ramel, how you doing, my love? Ain't Tesla going down under 2? No. The stock dropped, but the stock dropped because when he put the stock up against for the sale of Twitter, the stock dropped. Especially when he was doing a lot of stuff. But I think the stock is back up now. I need to do the system update on my phone. I thought I did though. Let me see. Hold on. Let me go to settings. Let me go to settings and see if I got an update. Hold on. Let me see. Hold on. I don't have an update on here. It's saying to avoid. It's saying to update payment information. I literally just updated my payment information. Something. Let me say this. I feel like they're trying to make me buy a new phone because little stuff keeps happening with my phone that's just stupid. Like when all of a sudden my Apple Pay will work when I'm in the store, but if I'm trying to buy something online and try to use my Apple Pay, it says I need to update my information. I keep updating my information and it won't work. It'll work if I'm in the store, no problem. But when I'm trying to pay for something online, it does not work. And then when I went to the Apple store and I was trying to buy my before I went to Jamaica and I was buying the charger, the phone case. You know, when you go in the Apple store, you can literally just pay for on your phone and never have to talk to a person and literally just walk out the door with your phone, your receipts on your phone. It wouldn't let me do it. It said you have to update your information. I updated everything because I was literally standing in the store and it wouldn't let me pay for my case until I updated the information. So I know I have updated my information. You know what I'm saying? Oh, be quiet, you Android people. The system update on your phone takes a minute. That's what I'm saying. My phone is updated. I don't need to update my phone. My phone is updated. It's saying update my payment information, but I literally just did that, a month ago? I literally just did it. So I don't know what they got going on, but I can't ignore it, Abby, because when I try to use it on my phone, it doesn't work. Anyway, it takes a special calling to deal with a special ed student. Heck, I don't want to deal with children at all. Not even my own. What's up, Diva Law? Hey. Apple abuses the user. Child. Anyway, that's it. That Apple thing. All right. So, Tommie Lee, former Love and Hip Hop star, Baddies. I don't watch any of the Zeus stuff, but Baddies star. She is alleging, she has been arrested for allegedly having the illegal narcotics, okay? For having the illegal narcotics. Now, her representative, I put representative in quotation marks because I don't know who this person is. Representative could be her friend. It don't mean it's her attorney. It doesn't mean it's anybody that's even speaking on her behalf, right? But her representative said that that it wasn't that they were her friend's epilepsy medicine. Her friend's epilepsy medicine. Ma'am, they said you had the cocaine. Ma'am, they said you had the cocaine. That don't look like epilepsy medicine. First of all, why would you even have your friend's epilepsy medicine? Let's just walk down that road for a second. Why do you even have your friend's epilepsy medicine? Let's just start from the beginning and work our way back. Why would you have your friend's epilepsy medicine? Thank you, Jay Fuller. Listen, and I'm very inclusive in my classroom. Like, I have no problem when I have the students coming with IEPs. I'm very inclusive and I'm very clear on the law. I don't know if you know, no, I used to be an advocate for students with special needs. I worked for a nonprofit for a couple of years and I was an advocate. So I'm very versed on the law. That's why they want me to be a special ed teacher, because I know the law and I know what it looks like from the other side, because I've been an advocate. I've been that person that comes into schools and tells schools that they're not following the child's IEP and blah blah blah. So I've done both sides. Number one, do y'all know? Okay, y'all know how many times I have traveled with Abby. Y'all know how many times I have traveled with Abby. Now, Abby and we have traveled on a plane. We have met up, but we have never been on a flight together. Okay, because she doesn't live here. So we fly and we usually coordinate our times so that we're landing around the same time so we can link up that kind of way. And y'all know that I take medicine. And I even have narcotics. I have pain pills that are considered to be a narcotic, right? I only use them when I need them, but when I travel, I take them with me because I might need them. Like I need them. I don't take them every day. They're as needed, and thank God I didn't develop a habit or anything like that. So I very seldom take the narcotics anymore. But when I travel, I do take them because I just never know. I never know, right? I have never said to Abby, "Hey girl, hold these for me." Hey girl, hold my pill. EpiPen, Morgan, I think is different. If Abby had had an allergy to bee stings and she had an EpiPill, I could see that. I can absolutely see that. My cousin, my little cousin, when we went to Africa, he has an allergy to bee stings. Right? He has a very severe reaction to bee stings. He had an EpiPen, and my cousin, who's his mom, she had an EpiPen also. And we all knew where the EpiPens were just in case. Just in case. We knew where they were, right? In his luggage, in her luggage, whatever. I definitely can understand that. But first of all, I'm just not understanding why you have your friend's epilepsy medicine. Second of all, the article I read said that they're accusing you of having the cocaine. Why it look like cocaine? It's a pill, which means it should be in pill form, which means it should be in a prescription bag, a box. I mean, a pill, a bottle. It should be in a prescription bottle. These people just be doing a lot. Right, a lie don't care who tell it. Y'all just be making up stuff and just don't care how it sounds. Y'all just be saying stuff and just don't care how it sounds. Her epilepsy medicine. Xavier saying, listen, I'm just trying to come up with something. Please don't do cocaine around me because I will stare and call you a crackhead. You ain't got to worry about me, boo. You do not have to worry about me. Okay? Right, Tracy? Like, I don't ask anybody, because especially the fact that they're a narcotic, I don't ask anybody to carry that for me. You know what I'm saying? Oh, this daggone camera channel. Anyway, let's get into these things. Okay. Fit and Fresh. Now, Fit and Fresh is a duo down to the YouTube. I don't know how many subscribers they have, but they're a very popular duo down to the YouTube. So it was going around these last couple of days that they have been demonetized by YouTube, and they, were very upset by it. I think one even, I don't know if it was Fit or Fresh Child, I don't know these people like that, broke down and started, crying. Let me say this. I am so sick. I am so sick of people mistaking freedom of speech with freedom of consequence. Thank you, Abby. They have 1.5 million subscribers. So let me be clear. I will break down crying too. Now, y'all, I understand that their content is very controversial, but baby, 1.5 million subscribers ain't nothing to laugh at. I sneeze at. Child, I can't get to 15,000 subscribers, okay? I've been stuck at 12,000 subscribers for like the last 4 or 5 months. I just can't seem to get past where I am. And it is what it is, child. We're gonna be the little engine that could. We're gonna keep it going, keep it going. But if I got demonetized at 1.5 million subscribers with the amount of money that they're probably trying to make, that they're probably making, baby, I will be crying too. I'd be crying too. They are number 7 on the list for super chats, making about 5K a week. That's it. I would think being number 7 on super chats will put you higher. But I understand that that's just super chats, but that still seems low to be number 7. But neither here nor there. I ain't sneezing at it because I don't make 5K in super chats. Hell, I don't make that in 6 months, so much less in a week. But listen, when you have those type of subscribers, I don't have to work a full-time 9-to-5 job money. Like, you're good off of your YouTube check, like for real good. And then once you get to a certain point, you get sponsorships, and y'all know how it goes, right? So from the article that I read, because I looked it up, because again, I don't know, I know who they are, but I don't subscribe to them. I don't watch them. I've seen a couple of clips that they've had that have gone viral, but other than that, I really don't deal with them. So back in February, so let me say this. YouTube may not be very clear on who they pick and choose sometimes, but they're very clear on the policy. And what I mean by that is, and the deuce who called himself fit left his job with the feds to do YouTube, and the doofus who called himself fit left his job with the feds to do YouTube. Well, so what I mean when I say YouTube is clear on their policy, they may not be clear on how that policy works, is this. You know that you cannot get 3 strikes on your channel within a 90-day window. YouTube usually, not always, usually give you some sort of a warning. You get some sort of a warning. So from my understanding, back in February, YouTube demonetized them for 7 days. That was the warning. You got your monetization back. 6 months later, you've lost your monetization because you did not stop. So they lost their monetization for misogyny. And then there was an incident where one of them had on a KKK outfit. YouTube is very clear about hate speech and that kind of stuff. So in misogyny, from my understanding, they're like spreading a whole lot of hate as it relates to women, specifically Black women. And again, they're saying, oh, YouTube is blocking our freedom of speech. Listen, YouTube has every right to say we don't want this on our platform. They have every right to say we do not want this on our platform. Ebby said he can't get his job back. They made him choose between the feds and YouTube, and he picked YouTube over his 6-figure job. Well, he was probably making more money on YouTube at the time. I mean, he probably was legit making more money on YouTube. Let me say this again, I'm gonna just keep, and I know that Tasha K be lying, but for this purpose, we're gonna use Tasha K. Before or at the height, before the verdict, I'll say, not before Cardi B, but before the verdict came in, Tasha K was making like $50,000 a month on YouTube. If I'm making $50,000 a month and I have a job making $150,000 a year, I'm probably going to take that $50,000 a month job. I mean, but again, the channel isn't deleted. They're just demonetized. And that's the thing. YouTube will let people stay on and be demonetized. You just can't make any money. You can't super chat. You can't make money every month off of your, subscribe, off of your views and stuff. That's it. You just can't make money. And you can take cash apps. You can still ask, you can still solicit, cash apps and donations, but you just can't go through the Google program. You're just not considered a Google partner again. Tommie, Sotomayor, he's another one. He's demonetized, but he still goes on YouTube every day. Tommie Sotomayor's on YouTube every day, but he's demonetized. He's not a part of their partnership program. The reality, what people need to understand is being a part of the YouTube program, it's like an employment. It's like employment. YouTube at any point in time can terminate your employment if you violate their policy. You know what I'm saying? They do not have to allow you to have a channel. And they do not have to allow you to be a part of their partnership program if they don't want to. I mean, it's real clear. They don't have to. Right. YouTube is a private company and reserve the right of who they want to be in a partnership with, and they show they ask one too many times. Yeah. I mean, so again, listen, I don't take any revelry in them being demonetized, but at the same time, it's not like you did not know. It's not like you had not been warned by YouTube. Now, you may not like it. You may not even agree with it. Let me tell you something. I have a permanent strike on my channel right now because of a video that I posted. I didn't agree with it, and I probably should have appealed it, and I didn't, and that's my fault. It's my fault. I should have appealed it, and I didn't. That's my fault. But I have a permanent strike on my channel because I uploaded a video that YouTube thought was a violation. I mean, I'm sorry, not a permanent strike, a permanent warning. I'm sorry. It's not a permanent strike. It's a permanent warning. It's a permanent warning. You know, yeah, so it was a permanent warning. My bad, not strike. I do not have a strike. I have a permanent warning. You know, so, and I've talked to a lot of YouTubers that they have a permanent warning because they did something that YouTube felt like they ain't like it. So they gave me a warning. Some warnings fall off in 30 days. Others are permanent. Mine is permanent. Abby. So, see, y'all know them better than I do. So they play with their money, and that's on them. It just wasn't a smart thing to do. Yeah, I mean, YouTube, just listen. And I've seen big YouTubers and small YouTubers get snatched. I mean, you just, child, child. Now, in the category of we just don't care. Hey, Brittany, what's up? In the category of we just don't care, Fallon, who is the ex-wife of Simon Gabadia, aka Portia's new husband, has broken up with the guy she married that allegedly she was having an affair with. Child, y'all remember that whole mess. So she broke up with her man. And then this weekend, Pleasure P from Pretty Ricky, the group Pretty Ricky, posted a picture of the two of them together and him talking about how much he in love. I said, I can't, and I won't with these people. Now, her soon-to-be ex-husband done filed for full custody of their baby. Listen, I am sick of all of them. I'm sick of all of them. What's up, Andre? Because YouTube be playing games. Did y'all hit that like button? Listen, shout out to the 200 people in the room, but did y'all hit the like button? Did y'all hit the like button? I appreciate y'all. So that more people know we over here. More people know we over here. You know? I know this. I know what the civil service test is. I never took it. I love it, Brittany. I love when you do it. Oh, Fallon, in my Gabor voice. I love it because I hear it every time. I hear it every time when you say it, child. But anyway, that's in the news we don't really care nothing about. I mean, that's just in that category because I don't care. And I promise y'all, I don't care. Okay. Did I see that Jalen put laughing emojis on the Fallon's post, child? No, I didn't. Why do you think Tasha K has never had her page taken with all the shenanigans she has or had going on? I don't know. That's a question that a lot of people have asked. A lot of people thought she was going to get demonetized after the Cardi B verdict. I honestly don't know. I do not have the answer to that question. I don't know. I don't know. Fallon got famous off of Portia stealing her husband. I know, right? And now don't nobody even had no sympathy for her no more. Like at first, I mean, I had a little bit of sympathy for her. Child, don't nobody even had no sympathy for her no more. Let me tell y'all something. Simon is looking good, okay? Now listen, I don't really see it for Simon go body it either. But baby, have y'all seen Simon? Portia got Simon looking good. Now you want to talk about upgrade you. Every time Simon and Portia walk in the room, they need to play Beyonce Upgrade You because she has upgraded that man. Now that man might be worth some money, which that's still in my mind a little questionable, but I ain't gonna go down that road. But that man might be worth some money, but baby, she upgraded him. Simon looks good. He done lost some weight. Now I don't know if he did it naturally or if he went to the doctor, and either way, it ain't my business. He look good. Simon looked good, y'all. Portia posted him down to the Instagram and doing a little fashion show. Listen, his skin looked good. His face looked good. Like you could tell, like the man looked good. Okay, if we did a before after, if we looked at a picture of him from that season when we all met Fallon, when Portia, that season, and we look at him now, I'm sorry. Now listen. We can say what we want to say about Portia and how she got him, but baby, she taking care of that man. Now, I'm sorry. She taking care of that man. That man is slim. He done lost him some weight. His face look good. He glowing. He happy. Portia didn't want him to look like Florida Evans no more. Right, Portia got tired. No, it ain't Photoshop. That man look good. You teach 5th grade? Shout out to Angela, y'all. Y'all give Angela a shout out. All my educators. Nah, I don't think it's filter shot. That man look good. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm just gonna have to say that. Maddie said she going for criminal, not civil. Craig was there, and when she showed her evidence to him while he was on screen, Craig's eyes were like, ooh. But I want to know what are the criminal charges. I'm not saying she don't have it because she's clearly talked to an attorney. I just want to know what they are. But let me tell you something, be front row center when she do it. We will definitely listen. That'll be a cold 10. That will be a cold 10, tribe. When I find out about them charges, baby, that'll be a cold 10, man down. Okay? He ain't going, he wearing makeup. Okay, well, he might be doing that. Now, he might be wearing some makeup. I'm giving Simon too much. Damn, yep, he got his teeth fixed. Yeah, they were calling that man Trick Daddy Florida. I thought he was very Florida Evans like to me. Yeah, Simon has children. He sure does. Yeah, I think he's got like 2 or 3 kids that are older. They're older. Yeah. Is it? It's a felony to be in possession of anyone's passport? I didn't know that. Well, Andre, like I said, it'll be a cold 10. It'll be a cold 10. I saw where someone showed the difference between Simon's pics and video and how Portia was photoshopping him, and I screamed, child, I tried to get a man some. Y'all won't even let me get that man none. Okay, so she photoshopping him. Y'all just be... I be trying, y'all. I be trying to help these people out. The tribe don't let me live. The tribe, well, I don't think it means like in the case of, I think it has to be with some sort of malicious intent. You know what I mean? But again, I haven't read the statute. I'm gonna look it up. I'm not, and I believe Andre because y'all know Andre's one of my law folks, so I believe Andre. She's one of my law nerds like me. But I just have to. I'm waiting to hear when the hammer drop. When that hammer drop. Matter of fact, I might even reach out to Maddie and be like, I might get in her DMs and be like, Maddie, when you file the charges, can you slide me the link to the article? Can you slide me the 911 to 411 information? Okay. So no, I'm not a lawyer. No, I'm not a lawyer, H. Fisher, baby. I just like the law. I just enjoy The law. I am nobody's attorney, child. Don't give me no ma'am, no sir, no ma'am. I do not have nobody's law degree, but like I like to say over here, I got my law degree from Law and Order University by way of Matlock College. And now I have to add with continuing education classes taught by Pam Esquire. Okay. That is the extent of my law situation. Okay. Okay. Lion K gonna be making license plates at the big house to pay Cardi. Child. Speaking of child, let's take a 2-second update on Whitehead, child. Let's just do a 2-second update on Whitehead. Listen. Whitehead got a judgment. Okay, so for those of you who've been following this Bishop Whitehead situation, y'all know about the apartment building up in Connecticut that he no longer owns, right? Child, I ain't never said that man was no eye candy. Sharice, don't you do that. Don't put that on me, no ma'am. But so he took out a $225,000 loan to do improvements and upgrades to the property. Because remember, he had fire code violations and everything else down to the property. So with that being said, he defaulted on that loan and a judgment was placed. I'm not gonna get into all the details, child. A judgment was placed against him. So at this point, he got the 3 point. I mean, what is it? How much was that? He owed like a couple of $1 million on the Whitehead Estates apartment building that he lost. Now he got the $200,000 judgment against him for the improvement. He lost his case, the defamation case against Miss Jones, and he has to pay her legal fees. That's probably going to be a couple of $100,000, if not more. At this point, he probably just need to go on and go to jail. He probably will be welcoming jail at this point. Sir, you are millions of dollars in debt just off of judgments. Millions of dollars in debt. You might want to just go on and go to jail. Misuse of a passport. Okay, so misuse of a passport. Got it. Okay. I figured it had to be some sort of with malicious intent connected to it. Yeah, he keep taking L's because he be doing out here doing dumb. Google it. Okay. Andre said Google 18 U.S.C. That law, the case law. But I believe you. Misuse of passport laws. Okay. Right. Oh, Bishop. Okay. We got a couple of more stories to bring y'all. Okay. Let's see. Let me bring y'all this one. Oh, child. Let's talk about this one right here. Child. Okay. Dolphins cornerback Xavier Howard accused of filming sex videos and sharing without permission. Let's read it. Dolphins cornerback Xavier Howard accused of filming sex videos and sharing without permission. Seeks $50,000 in damages. Okay. A lawsuit was filed against him in May by an anonymous woman who claimed he shared hardcore sex videos with at least one other person without her permission. It's unclear what damages she's seeking. She also claims that they met on social media direct messaging and started dating last year. She says a short time later, she was contacted by a woman who said she may have received a video from the NFL player that shows the anonymous woman having sex with him. The woman also said that Howard sent it to her to make her mad because she didn't want to have sex with him. The woman who goes by the name of Jane Doe in the suit claims after viewing the video, she was easily identifiable in it. Doe then asked Howard about it in September of last year, telling him she did not give him permission to share it. The next month, she sent him a cease and desist letter. In April, Doe said she was contacted by a second female on her cell phone and was told that Howard had sent her the pictures and videos of 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 her. She would not have sex with him, and she said she believed Doe was in one of the pictures. Doe was in one of the photos, and it was both taken and disseminated without her knowledge or consent after she had sent the cease and desist letter. Doe is suing Howard for invasion of privacy and intentional infliction of emotional distress. She's asking for damages in excess of $50,000 and injunctive relief that would preclude Howard from further disseminating the images. Y'all just don't know what to do with these devices. Y'all just don't fucking know what to do with these devices. Okay? And I don't want to hear nobody say, oh, well, that's her fault. She shouldn't have allowed him to video her. No, it's not her fault. It is his fault for sending it to people, perfect strangers, somebody that this woman doesn't know, have a relationship with, or whatever, for the purposes of trying to make her jealous. Do what? Y'all just do. Y'all just. Y'all just don't know what to do with these phones. Y'all just don't know what to do with these phones. I need to go somewhere and sit down. I just can't. All right, let's talk about Tori Spelling for a second. For those of you who don't know who Tori Spelling is the '90s darling, daughter of Aaron Spelling, who brought us so many hits from the '70s and '80s, from Charlie's Angels to 90210. She was actually on 90210, and she was, a B-list actress for a while. She did a lot of movie. Back then they still used to have movie of the weeks, and she did a lot of those movie of the weeks, lifetime type movies back in the day. No, you can't take me to the prom, or my mom will kill you. Those kind of movies. And so over the last 15 years or so, her life has been a series of Inquirer articles. Okay, she was supposed to marry the man that she was supposed to marry, right? Good Jewish guy from the right family, did all the right things. And literally, like a week before this multi-million-dollar wedding that she was supposed to have, she ends up having an affair with one of her co-stars, and they end up getting married. Which totally pissed off and disappointed her children. Her parents. She married Dylan McDermott, who actually cheated on they both cheated on their significant others in order to marry each other. They have been married for however many years now, and they have like 5 kids together. I don't know. I lost count. But they have like 5 kids together. Well, now, fast forward, they're in the process of getting divorced, and rumor is that Tori Spelling is basically homeless, right? She was living in like an extended stay hotel with her kids. Now their pictures have surfaced of her kids living out of an RV. Listen, now she says she's been in the hospital for the last couple of days. She won't say why. She's being very cryptic about it. Let me say this. Hey, Inspire, how you doing? This is what I'm going to say. And y'all ain't going to like what I'm getting ready to say, but I still love y'all anyway. This what I'm gonna say. Now, any interim, Dean McDermott, I call that man Dilla, didn't I? Dean McDermott. Now, in the interim, her mama done basically disowned her, right? When her father died, her father was worth millions and millions and millions of dollars. When her father died, I think Tori only got like $100,000 settlement in his will, and that was pretty much it. Like pretty much the bulk of the estate went to her mom. Her brother, she has a brother, and from my understanding, the mom ain't really doing a whole lot for either one of them over the years, right? This is what I'm gonna say, and I know y'all ain't gonna like it. Y'all ain't gonna like what I'm getting ready to say. Y'all not gonna like it. But this is what I'm gonna say. If you are gonna raise your children to be no good, then it's your obligation to take care of them the rest of their life. So y'all ain't gonna like it. Y'all ain't gonna like what I'm getting ready to say. But what I mean is this. Tori Spelling was raised a princess. She was her dad, the apple of her father's eye. I still don't understand why he didn't leave. Well, I do feel like I know why he didn't do more for her in the I do feel like I know why he didn't do more for her in his will. I have a couple of theories. Give me a second, I'll get back to them. But let me say this. Tori Spelling was a spoiled, rotten Beverly Hills rich girl. She got everything she ever wanted. She worked on 90210 basically because she wanted to become, an actress. And she got a job on the hottest TV. Well, I mean, at the time it wasn't. I mean, they didn't know it was going to become what it ended up being. But she got a job on what ended up being one of the hottest TV shows of the 90s, right? But y'all didn't teach that girl no life skills. Y'all didn't make her do nothing. She got her acting career through nepotism because of her daddy, right? She used to act on her, as a kid, she used to act on her daddy's shows. Okay, they left them a one-time payment of $800,000 each. That's it. Now, again, for any of us, we would take the $800,000 and be like, shh. But when you grew up living in a $15 million mansion in the heart of Beverly Hills and hobnobbing with the best of the best of TV actors and actresses, and you grew up, you went to the best schools, and you got whatever you wanted whenever you wanted. Like, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. And I know that some of y'all ain't gonna agree with that, and that's fine. But my point is this. This is what I'm saying. My point is this. If you didn't teach her how to take care of herself, then what you created was a dependent. You created a dependent. And when you died worth hundreds of millions of dollars, and you leave your daughter less than $1 million, I really feel like either two things happened. Either one, he hadn't updated his will, or two, he was mad at her. Because here's the thing. I think her parents were still mad at what she did with that wedding and the way she did that, because literally she had this multi-million dollar wedding. And I mean, it was within weeks of her wedding that she left that man and went and married McDermott, right? And I think that maybe her daddy probably still felt some kind of way about that. She may not have lived in that mansion, but she lived in mansions her whole life in Beverly Hills. She may not have lived in that particular house, and that's fine, but she grew up living in mansions her whole life. I read her book. She grew up living, so she may not have lived in that particular house, but she lived in mansions. She grew up in mansions. Now, according to what they say, her mama Candy, she's a piece of work too. And her mom have never had a good relationship. She was always a daddy's girl. Which is all the more reason why I'm like, why did he think that her mama was going to take care of her? Now, again, You know what, Xavier? I thought about that too. That maybe that wasn't even the original will. That maybe, there was a different will. Okay, I thought about that too. I have to disagree. Look at Paris Hilton. She act dumb and do business and make millions. Tori is lazy. How do I say this? Paris, in my opinion, Paris did the same thing that the Kardashians did. Paris took something at that time that was a phenomenon, that party girl, the Lindsay Lohans, that whole image, and she parlayed it into her businesses and a lifestyle, right? And Paris is very intelligent. Paris is very intelligent. However, Paris didn't do that on her own. Paris had help. Nobody is going to convince me that Paris Hilton did that on her own. She didn't. She didn't. She had help. She had support. And you know what else Paris had? Paris had money coming from her trust fund. Paris had money coming from her family. You know what I'm saying? Paris had money. Her parents didn't cut her off. No matter how bad she acted, no matter how many headlines, no matter how much she put out there, her family did not cut her off. Even with the sex tape, her family did not cut her off. And I think that there's a difference there. Yeah. And she's just not stupid. Paris isn't stupid, but she also had support. She also had help. She also had her family there helping her out. You know what I mean? Also, there's a difference too in the circles that they moved in. Tori moved in Hollywood circles, right? She grew up in Hollywood. She moved in Hollywood circles. Paris grew up in business circles. Yeah, she did the Hollywood thing with her friends, Lindsay, and all of that. Yeah, she did that, but she grew up in business circles. Look at her sister. Her sister is married to a Rothschild. Look at who Paris is married to now, right? Paris went out and did her dirt and had a good time, but when it was time to settle down, look at where Paris is. Look who she married to. And that makes a difference too. So to me, I just feel like it's different. But look at the Kardashians of that era. Look at, that era. Those people were able to take that and parlay it. But Paris, but again, that also goes back to the point I'm making from the beginning. Paris, I know her parents sent her away to that school, and I'm not going to go down that rabbit hole. But Paris was taught. She wasn't just given. Paris was taught. And that's what I'm saying. If you're not going to I remember, listen, Warren Buffett, now granted, at this point, Warren Buffett's kids are grown and they have kids. But Warren Buffett has said for a very long time that he ain't leaving his kids nothing. He's leaving his kids a very modest, and this is one of the richest men in the world. At one point in time, he was the richest, but not in the world, but anyway, always on the top list, right? But he has always said that he's not leaving his kids anything. Very modest and inheritances. But you know why he said? But you know what he said? He said that because I gave my kids what they needed to be successful. They went to the right schools. They were in the right circles. They met the right people. They were given every opportunity to be successful. And his kids are. His kids are successful. So with that being said, that's the difference, in my opinion, between a Tori Spelling and a Paris Hilton. Paris's family groomed her to be successful. And she's not dumb. She played dumb. She plays it well. She's not dumb. The Hiltons make all their offsprings work for their trust funds. Right. Right. Exactly. Tori didn't get cut off until the will. She did nothing to make anything. I guess that's why the will was made. Paris and Nikki knew from very young age that they were not going to get any of the Hilton's money, so they had to make it on their own. Yeah, Nikki and Paris have a very modest. I remember reading an article about that. Their inheritance is very modest too. It's not. It's definitely not what people would think it is. Yeah, Bill Gates said the same thing. Bill Gates said he ain't leaving his. I think he's leaving his kids like $1 million each or something like that. Yeah. Yeah, Gloria Vanderbilt. I didn't realize she didn't leave her kids anything, but Gloria Vanderbilt. Yeah. So I mean, again, that's just my opinion, and I know that I understand that people may not agree with that. I'm not saying that I feel like I'm one of those people. I'm not one of those people that feel like your parents are obligated to take care of you the rest of your life. But I feel like this. Tori Spelling got some humbling, right? She was humbled. She, you know, money was funny. She basically took whatever job she was given, whatever. Now she's leaving her husband who has cheated on her and done all these other things with these kids. And at no point, it's like, I don't know. I just feel like I just feel like they did her a disservice. Now she's grown now, so I'm not giving her a pass. I mean, at this point, girl, you ain't the first person to have money and lose it. Like it is what it is. Adjust and figure it out. But yeah, Sean did the same thing as well as Justin. Works for his father. Christian is in the music industry. Quincy is also in the music business. Yeah, he's an actor. Yeah. Right. I do believe your parents are supposed to prepare you so that you're not in a position where they're taking care of you for the rest of your life. You know what I'm saying? All right, y'all. So I just said that because I mean we normally don't talk about the Tori Spellings of the world, but I just was throwing that out there, child. All right, let's get into this gunplay situation, and then I have an update on something I told y'all I would do some research on and bring it back to y'all. So the rapper known as I'm not gonna say his name too many times because I don't want YouTube to be tripping. But the actor known as, y'all know his name, Gunplay. And if you don't know who he is, he's an actor from out of Florida. He was on Love and Hip Hop Miami for, I think he's on for like 2 seasons or something like that. He is signed to, I think, Rick Ross's record label or whatever. A couple of months ago, he sort of resurfaced because him and his wife were talking about how their daughter needed some serious surgery. I think she needed brain surgery, and they had put up a GoFundMe. Now he tried to come back later after he got some criticism about the GoFundMe. He came back later because he bought Rick Ross this like ridiculous chain and presented it to him. And so, of course, everybody was like, wait a minute, is that where the GoFundMe money went? Like, why are you buying Rick Ross a chain? Rick Ross is a multi-millionaire. Why are you buying him a chain when you are literally asking for people to donate money to a GoFundMe for your daughter to have brain surgery, right? He came back and tried to, say, well, my wife prematurely did the GoFundMe. I told her we had it covered. I told her we didn't need to GoFundMe, and anybody who want their money back, they can have their money back. But my thing is, if you got the money, why are you asking for it? Even if your wife put a GoFundMe up, tell her to take it down. I mean, if she put it up prematurely and you had the money, first of all, if y'all are a married couple, how she don't know you got it? If me and my husband sitting in the hospital and our child is sick, if I feel like y'all do understand that a GoFundMe, you don't just hit a button and it's up there. You have to actually go through a process of filling out the paperwork and writing out the questions and explaining and all that stuff. It is a process of doing a GoFundMe. It don't just pop up like that. So I'm not understanding why you acting like you ain't know your wife put a GoFundMe up. But anyway, so today, allegedly, well, it ain't alleged, but I gotta say allegedly, y'all. Y'all know I gotta say allegedly, child. He was arrested today. Wait a minute, what? I'm sorry. Chelsea, what when you open up your phone and you start scrolling and all sorts of stuff pop up, child. All right. So allegedly, he was arrested for pointing a weapon at his wife while she was holding their 6-month-old baby because she asked him to quiet down the Xbox. I'm gonna read that one more time. Rapper reportedly arrested for pointing a weapon at his wife while she was holding their 6-month-old because she asked him to quiet down the Xbox. Now, Gunplay denies that that's what happened. He does deny what happened. But his wife did post a message down to the Instagram. And so I want to read it to you guys because she let us know what was said. Okay. So I'm going to read it to y'all. She said the following. I just want everyone to know that my daughter and I are safe. My daughter's safety is my first priority. Well, she didn't put an S on there, but I'm gonna go ahead and give it to her because she probably stressed out. I'm gonna go ahead and give it to her, okay? Unfortunately, Richard, I guess that's his real name, is back using and developed a very bad drinking problem. Yeah, he had a drug problem that he spoke about. Okay. I've tried everything in my power to help him and love him. This is a demon he has to overcome on his own. At this point, I really believe it's too late. To summarize last night's event, again, no S, but I'm going to just go ahead and just give her the S. I asked Richard to quiet down as he scared the baby sleeping by yelling, playing Call of Duty. He started going off on me for asking him to be quiet. I tried to collect a bag so my daughter and I can go to a room while he sobers up. He didn't want us to leave and things went left fast. He was arrested last night. The weapon is in police custody. I have a restraining order. My daughter is in my custody and I am filing for divorce. He will never get the chance to disrespect us again. Thank you all for the well wishes and prayers. This is a very traumatizing experience. Please keep me in your prayers. All I'm going to say about that is I hope you stay away because again, if it is drugs, you're absolutely correct. It's a demon that you can't control. You have no control over it. You have nothing to do with it. It is a demon that you absolutely cannot control. Um, so I'm glad that you got out of there. I'm glad that you are safe. I'm glad that you have filed the necessary paperwork. And we are just going to hope that you stay. Don't go back. Don't go back. She's a lawyer. You know what? I think she is. If I remember correctly, I agree. I think she is an attorney. If I remember correctly, I think she is an attorney. Now read the Yelp reviews. Ladies, read the Yelp reviews and choose better. Okay, honey. Sounds normal, non-Hollywood type person. I hope he stays away and he doesn't hunt her down. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I hope because if he is dealing with demons and drug abuse, when they get high, you never know what. Child, the mosquitoes tore me up last night. I was outside. Y'all know I had two different cookouts I went to yesterday, baby. Them mosquitoes tore me up. I don't know what it is. Mosquitoes love my ankles. Like they won't bite me nowhere else on my leg except for at the bottom. They be tearing me. I mean, when I say never, I mean I do get bites other places, but when I say the majority of the bites be down by my ankle, oh my gosh, they be tearing my legs up. right here at the bottom. Good googity muggity. I'm sorry. Okay. Last but not least, before we get ready to get out of here, I do have an update. I think it was C Golden when we were over on Pam's channel the other night. And we got into the conversation about Richard Nixon, I believe. And we were talking about, I was telling you guys that Richard Nixon forfeited certain things when he resigned as president. So I told you guys that I would look it up because I did not remember the specifics and I wanted to be accurate. Y'all know, we must have got ours done at the same time. Got what done at the same time? That ankle blood, child. So I looked it up because I didn't remember the specifics. So here's what had happened with, oh, look at Pam. Pam said she came in right on time. So here's what had happened with Richard Nixon. For those of you who don't know, Richard Nixon is the only president that we have ever had to actually resign, right? We have never had a president fired. We have had 3 presidents impeached, but none of them were actually fired. And I've explained what impeachment is. It's an old video. I've done it before. Oh, our hair, child, this hair about to come out this week. I've started taking the braids out in the middle. I've already started taking braids out. Maybe this hair coming out. It'll be Saturday. Use some witch hazel. I don't even have no witch hazel. Okay. Former pimp, abusive, etc. He just attacked Miami tip. What? David Nicole, I didn't know nothing about that. Okay. Damn, my ankles. All right, so right, the braids are gone, summer is over. Okay. So when Richard Nixon resigned, because the reason why Richard Nixon had to resign, he there were criminal what's the word I'm looking for? Criminal acts have been done. So he made an agreement with Gerald Ford, who was going to become president once he resigned. Gerald Ford became president of the United States, which, if you didn't know, Gerald Ford is the only president to have never been elected as president or vice president. Again, that's another story. I think I told y'all about that as well. So as a result of this agreement, Richard Nixon received a pardon, meaning he was not going to be charged for any criminal acts after he left office. So he made a deal that he would not be charged criminally. So that was the first part of it. He forfeited his civil service. His Secret Service detail. For those of you who do not know, all presidents, after they leave the presidency, they get a Secret Service detail. As the years go on, the detail gets smaller and smaller, depending on the need, but they all get a detail unless they forfeit it. And Richard Nixon did forfeit his Secret Service detail. The third thing is Richard Nixon did not get a presidential library. Now, is there a library named after Richard Nixon? Yes, there is, but it is not his official presidential library. There were private funds that were raised in order for Richard Nixon to have a library named after him, but there was no federal money used to raise the funds for this library, and that library does not include any of his official papers while he was president. So every president has a library that includes memorabilia, papers, and all of that from their time as president. And they basically, the president chooses the spot. There's a certain amount of federal funding that goes into that library, so forth and so on. So Richard Nixon has a library, but it only includes memorabilia from the years before he was president and from the years after he was president. It does not include anything during the time period that he was president of the United States. But he did get his pension. So I said the other night that he didn't get his pension, and I was incorrect. He did get his pension. So as a result, I just had it. I should have wrote it down. I had the exact numbers about what it is that he got, but he did get his pension, and his wife got her pension. So as a widow, once he died, she received her widow's pension as a first lady after the president died. So she got her widow's pension, and he did get his pension. So I wanted to just bring y'all that information. I wanted to update it because I told y'all I didn't remember exactly what it was that he did not get. But that's exactly, but he didn't get everything that the former presidents get, and so that is part of what he forfeited. Let me see this. Let me see. Hold on. So let me see here. But Richard Nixon, after he left office, was in a lot of financial problems, unpaid taxes and all that good stuff right here. Okay, so he received $60,000 a year, plus he received up to $96,000 a year to pay for a secretary and any office expenses. And then Miss Nixon was eligible to receive her $20,000 a year widow's pension. Now, granted, y'all, that's 1974 prices. It's not the same today. It's not the same today. That's 1974 prices. Um, so I'm sure that the pension, I don't have the numbers in front of me, but y'all can Google it. I don't know what the pension is today, but I'm sure the pension is certainly more than $60,000 a year. Do I think that Trump will get a library? Yeah. Um, at least right now. I mean, because aren't they already in the process of making it? I don't know. Yeah. Do I think that he'll lose the library? Maybe. Maybe. Um, I think it's going to have a lot to do with what happens with these legal cases, because even though if he gets convicted of these crimes that he's been um if he gets convicted of these crimes that he's been accused of, yeah, he'll probably lose his library. And now here's the difference. And also remember too, this is unprecedented. This is uncharted territory. So if Richard Nixon had been fired, he would have lost all of that. He wouldn't have got anything. If the president is fired, they forfeit all of the above. So him quitting before they had a chance to fire him, which he absolutely would have been fired, but him quitting before they had a chance to fire him makes a difference. But do I think not he'll get a library filled with coloring books? But if he gets convicted, then I could absolutely see that it will be eliminated. I do. I can absolutely see that. Them changing the name of the library or something to that effect. Like, I could see that. But as of right now, are they going to continue the process until that? Yeah. Yeah, that's just a part of what happens. And again, this is unprecedented. We've never had a president convicted of, basically, this is high crimes and what's it called? Basically, he's convicted of being a traitor. Um, we've never had that. So this is new territory that they're going to have to really figure it out as they go. So to what extent will Trump lose? If he gets convicted, I don't know. I don't know. Right. Thank you. High crimes and misdemeanors. Thank you, Pete. So to what extent it's new. It's uncharted territory. So it's going to be new to all of us, honestly. Yeah, treason. Thank you. Thank y'all. Give me the words. I'm definitely interested to see what will happen to Trump as a former president. This is intriguing. It's intriguing to me too. Would this be treason? Now, the charges from the charges from the election fraud, I don't know if that falls under the category of treason, but when they were accusing him of doing things with the Russian government, that's treason. That's treason. Yeah. So anyway, y'all, let me get off of here so that I'm going to try to do a couple of reviews before I go to bed. But again, they're just going to be uploads. But I'm going to try to have my butt in bed no later than 11 o'clock because I got to get up and I have to be at work. Listen, I got in a really bad habit at the end of last year of just not getting to work on time. And I'm not going to do that this year, okay? We're supposed to be at work at 7:50. I'm going to get to work every day by 7:50. I mean, every day is a stretch. But I'm going to do my best to be at work every day at 7:50, okay? But definitely tomorrow, I'm going to be there on time. So I'm going to bed early tonight, okay? But with that being said, y'all, I love y'all. Thank y'all. Let me say a special thank you. I had some nice super chats today. Thank you, Dr. Soapy, for the super chat. Thank you, Face, for your super chat. And thank you, Symmetry, for your donation to my wish list. The link for the wish list is posted again. If you guys want to donate to my classroom, you can. If you don't, please donate to a teacher in your life. If you know somebody, the next door neighbor, if you got a school down the street, next time you in Staples, or hell, even a dollar store, we ain't picky. Pick up a few odds and ends, some notebook paper, some pens, some pencils. Drop it off at the school down the street. I'm telling you, it'll be appreciated. It will be much, much appreciated. With that being said, y'all, I am gone. Mwah! Talk to y'all later. Peace.